Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Are you interested in ghosts, or perhaps you just want to learn a little bit about East Brunswick's history? Then you want to stay tuned for information on upcoming ghost walks taking place in October. A special Indian cultural performance took place last Sunday at the East Brunswick Performing Arts Center, and we'll have some of the highlights from the show. The library, in partnership with the Central Jersey Business Alliance, held a program at the library recently on how to successfully promote your business. Co-founder of Gold Medal Services in East Brunswick, Mike Aguilera, was the featured speaker and gave the audience some inspiration on how to grow their businesses. Also this week, a death-defying promotional stunt was held outside the State Theater in New Brunswick. EBTV's cameras were there. All this and more coming up, so stay with us.
Hi, my name is Rich Walling, and I am a lifelong resident of East Brunswick Township, and we are in the Old Bridge Historic District, and it was a small settlement dating back to the late 1600s, and it's an area filled with history, historic sites, and lots of past neighbors. Every Saturday in the month of October, we'll be meeting at the Little Pocket Park at Costman Street here in the Old Bridge District and going on a ghostly tour of the neighborhood. Well, the ghostly tour is essentially stories that have happened to folks, including myself, with the very, very large amount of paranormal activities down here in the village. Everything from seeing apparitions to doors banging on their own, bright white lights when there was no other reason for that to happen in the home of a woman who had been murdered in the early 1900s. It combines both the history of the area, our neighbors of previous generations, because after all, we at one time will be a previous generation also for future ones coming up, and also a little bit of the thrill-seeking. Everybody likes the experience of having strange circumstances happen in the middle of the night, and you'll all be a part of that on these ghostly tours of the Old Bridge Historic District. The program is geared to everybody and anybody. It's wheelchair and stroller friendly. There's nothing overly graphic, nothing overly spooky about it. So it's really a family activity. It's an activity for everybody who wants to have a little bit of a paranormal experience, and B, who want to learn a little bit more about their hometown community. Tours will be on the first 4 Saturdays in October, beginning at 8:30 p.m. at the Pocket Park at the corner of Costman Street and Main Street, and also the last Friday of October, which happens to be Mischief Night, and we won't be getting into any mischief unless the spirits want to deem otherwise. The tours will be about an hour to an hour and a half long, $8 per person, and a portion of the proceeds will be going towards the Old Bridge Fire Department, itself established back in the early 1900s and celebrating over 100 years of community service to the residents of Old Bridge Village and East Brunswick Township. For folks who want more information, they can go to Facebook. It's East Brunswick Ghost Walk on Facebook, and the website for the group is njghostorg.com. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. If you want a ghoulishly good time, if you want to learn a little bit more about the community, learn a little bit more about the past neighbors of ours, you're very welcome to come out and have a great time.
A special cultural performance, Maitram Bhajata, was held on Sunday, September 13th at the East Brunswick Performing Arts Center at Hammersholt School. Organized by Agraj Seva Kendra, this program was funded in part by Middlesex County Cultural and Heritage Commission, the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders, with assistance from a grant provided by the New Jersey Council on the Arts, Department of State.
It's a melody popularized by Bharat Ratna, Srimati M.S. Subbulakshmi. This song was composed by His Holiness Sri Shankaracharya of Kanchipuram and was originally performed in the UN General Assembly. Today's presentation owes its inspiration to this melody, which resounds a theme that is relevant to all times. Maitrim Bhajata Akila Hrijetrim. With friendship, we serve this world. This is a collaboration of practitioners of different art forms from the state. We are all part of cosmic energy. That energy, the life-giving force, flows through us. Various art forms founded in the movements are the manifestations of this cosmic energy. Regardless of our cultural background, we are all part of one big family. With friendship, we will serve, conquering all hearts, living in harmony, experiencing bliss.
Hello, I'm Karen Parry, manager of the library's Business Resource Connection, a part of the library dedicated to helping our local businesses and entrepreneurs connect with the events and networking events and learn the skills that they need to be successful and to grow and thrive their businesses. We're excited tonight about an event called How to Successfully Promote Your Business, which we're holding together with the Central Jersey Business Alliance. And I'm here tonight joined by Mike Agliaro, co-founder of Gold Medal Services. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
And I'm so happy Mike is here. He's going to be talking as our keynote speakers about how businesses can go from ordinary to spectacular. And he's going to be sharing his tips for his success. So, Mike, can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to talk about this evening?
Yeah, so I'm going to bring the tips, the tricks, the secrets that I've used to take our company in the last 10 years from under $1 million to we'll do over just about 30 million this year. But not only am I going to share how to grow a business, but how do you get the employees to love where they work and to be totally engaged, from creating a culture to marketing and everything in between. I'm holding back nothing. I'm bringing it all today.
That sounds great, Mike. Now, let me ask you a question. What made you so interested in helping other businesses learn to be as successful as you?
Well, here's the thing. Today, if you look at it, I mean, the small business owner, we're the pillars of the United States, right? But I don't think the small business owners are treated like that. So, I've been fortunate enough to figure a lot of this stuff out and create an amazing life, not only for myself, for my employees, for my vendors, even for our customers, that I'm in the legacy stage. So it's my give back to help people so we can really create an economy that really thrives. And I think that's what we all want.
That's great, Mike. If there's one thing you'd like businesses to take away tonight, what would that little tidbit of advice be?
I would say the major tidbit that I want everybody to take away is the mindset, right? And your mindset controls all outcomes. And if you just ask yourself, one question, what is it that in my mind is keeping me from getting to the next level, keep me from going to where I want to go? That's the one thing I want them to take away. Mindset controls all actions.
That's great, Mike. You must find a lot of reward in inspiring others. We're so happy to have you this evening, and we look forward to hearing all about your inspiration for helping other businesses and entrepreneurs.
Excited to be here.
Good evening. I'm joined this evening by Angie Serkis. Angie is the Vice President of Business Development Officer of Northfield Bank, and she is also the President of the Central Jersey Business Alliance, who is hosting this wonderful event tonight, How to Successfully Promote Your Business. Angie, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about what you would like businesses to get out of this evening's event?
Absolutely. We put this event together. Shari Levy is a phenomenal person, and she put this event together with you, of course. We'd love to partner with the library for an event that we may have here. And we would like our members to know that there are vehicles out there that can help them promote their business and how to make them successful. A lot of our members are small business owners, and I think this is a great event for them to attend, and I'm sure we'll be very successful.
Angie, let me ask you a question. As president of the Central Jersey Business Alliance, what has made you so interested in fostering small businesses and helping other businesses?
That is our mission. It's what we became famous for, is what we strive for, and all of our board members are eager to help out all the business owners in East Brunswick and beyond. That's why we're called the Central Jersey Business Alliance.
Mike Agliaro, first of all, I'm really excited to talk tonight for a couple reasons. One, I grew up in East Brunswick. So who exactly grew up in East Brunswick or from East Brunswick? Okay. All right, who's not from East Brunswick? Okay, who didn't raise their hand for no reason at all? Because I just need to see how this is going to go tonight, right? It's interesting people's perspectives today on things. I'm at a bank and I'm doing some banking stuff for some investment properties, and I start talking to the woman, and she's like, "Oh, you own Gold Medal. So what kind of degree do you have?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't have a degree." And she's like, "Oh, what college did you go?" I'm like, I didn't go to college, right? And I'm thinking, like, what has happened here that we have to base things off of this paper? I said, "Can I tell you what my degree really is?" She says, "What?" I said the degree in that we've grew over a $24 million business in less than 10 years. Is that a good enough degree? Right, because I'm thinking today we're really, like our minds are really shifted on how we should think about business, right? So when I say to participate, I just want you to do what I think maybe your employees are begging for anyway. So I come out, the guys in the back will tell me, I'm like, good morning! Good morning, Mike. That's right, see? Jim works for me. It's programmed. Because I need to be around people that are alive, right? That's what I need to be around. All right, are you guys ready to tear this up? Yeah. You have your leverage in your mind. Yeah. It never come back. Otherwise, you got to go for that leverage. Bring the consequence. All right, I'll count 3, 2, 1. When I hit 1, look, she's like, I'm like, you're holding back a lion, right? All right, 3, 2, 1. You rip this thing shreds, throw it in the air. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Rip it up, throw it in the air. Come on, show some energy in this room. There we go. Library's gonna love me.
This Tuesday, escape artist Spencer Horsman had a close call performing Houdini's Wired Torture Cell outside of the State Theater in New Brunswick. The public stunt was to promote the upcoming stage show at the State Theater this weekend, Criss Angel's The Supernaturalist, based off the TV show of the same name.
As you know, the Supernaturalists, Criss Angel's tour, are going to be here this weekend for 4 shows, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you don't have tickets yet, you better get them soon because it's going to be a great show.
What's up, New Brunswick, New Jersey? I can't hear you. I expected a much bigger welcome than that. Let me hear you, Jersey.
Horsman, a former contestant on America's Got Talent, was suspended above Livingston Avenue in a cube full of water and had to escape from 16 locks.
Spencer has now been under the water for over 2.5 minutes. This is the point where, despite all the training in the world, without oxygen, the body will begin to shut down. Let him hear you one more time.
At 2.5 minutes, he showed signs of distress. Rescuers lowered the crane and removed him. Horsman was taken to Robert Wood Johnson Medical Center and is expected to make a full recovery. The Supernaturalist will still be held at the State Theater this weekend. Tickets are available at www.statetheaternj.org.
Hello, I'm Karen Parry, Manager of Information Services at the East Brunswick Public Library. I'm happy to announce a new partnership that the library has formed with the Cancer Support Community Central Jersey and the Regional Cancer Care Associates Central Jersey Division to help people who have completed their cancer treatment. I'm joined today by Ellen Levine. Ellen is the Program Director at the Cancer Support Community Central Jersey. And Ellen has a very distinguished biography. I'm just going to take a minute to just read off some of her accomplishments. She is actually trained as an oncology social worker. In this role, she's responsible for the free psychological support programs for people affected by cancer that the Cancer Support Community Central Jersey offers at its historic house in Bedminster and its off-site locations throughout central New Jersey, including the Cancer Institute of New Jersey, Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, St. Peter's University Hospital in New Brunswick, and of course our East Brunswick Public Library collaboration. In this role, she helps organize support groups, stress management workshops, and nutrition classes and other educational workshops to assist those people who are going through cancer or are cancer survivors. So welcome, Ellen.
Thank you.
Ellen, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you became so involved with the cancer support community Central New Jersey.
Sure. Well, as you mentioned, I have a background in oncology social work, and I was really drawn to the health field early on in my career, and as with so many people with career choices, it was driven by personal experiences, just having many people in my life who had been affected by cancer. And I was in a clinical setting at the Cancer Institute for many years, and then had the opportunity to come when this organization opened its affiliate about 10 years ago, to be able to leave a medical setting to an opportunity in the community where we can provide the complementary programs that go hand in hand with the medical care. So it was just an ideal opportunity for someone who is a social worker to be able to do that.
That's wonderful, Ellen. The library will be running a 6-part workshop every Wednesday evening from 6 to 8:30 starting on September 30th for people who have completed their cancer treatment called Cancer Survivorship Series. Can you tell me a little bit about this series, Ellen, and what it will cover?
Sure. We call it the Cancer Transitions Series, and that word is really critical because cancer is a journey for people from the moment of diagnosis through treatment and post-treatment. And this is a series designed for people who recently completed their active treatment for cancer, any type of cancer, and active means if they've had surgery or radiation or chemotherapy, that they are able to participate in this program, which is a 6-week series. It includes, every week we have a brief gentle exercise session, and then we also have the opportunity to learn from experts each week on different topics of interest to people who are looking to make that transition to their life after treatment, where we will have a nurse talking about medical management, we'll have a nutritionist talking about how to change your diet and adapt in that regard. We have a social worker who will talk about the emotional aspects of having completed treatment, and we will focus on the exercise with a special talk as well. And there'll be the camaraderie of about 10 to 15 people, men and women, who can relate to one another. We don't think about the period after treatment as particularly notable, but most people who have gone through this do say that there is this kind of a letdown when all the attention has been there through their treatment, and then they're done, they've reached the finish line, but they feel different. And this is an opportunity to really sort of normalize that experience and help people feel better equipped to deal with their survivorship.
That's wonderful, Ellen. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about how they can register for this program?
Sure. Our organization is coordinating this, so they can either contact us by phone, which is 908-658-5400. We are in the 908 area. Or they can contact us through our website or my email address, which I think will be on the screen. And then we will have a brief phone conversation with the person just to get a little bit of a snapshot of their situation, make sure they're appropriate for the class and for the series. And then they will be registered. So it's quite simple. There's no cost involved. We ask that people make the commitment to come for the 6 sessions. If they have to miss one, we can certainly work with that. But the benefit of coming to all 6 is that they get a chance to meet one another and build a little bit of a rapport as a group. We have a facilitator who runs the series, so there's really both educational benefits, physical benefits, and also emotional benefits to be able to connect with others through those 6 weeks.
Well, that's wonderful, Ellen. It sounds like a wonderful program which will really help a lot of people, and I'm so pleased that the library can partner with your organization.
Thank you.